Before we begin our story, friend, let's take a deep breath and imagine that we are all snuggled up in a cozy blanket, surrounded by warmth and comfort. Tonight's story is one that will transport us to a magical world where anything is possible. We'll meet heroes, no villains, travel to far-off lands, and experience incredible adventures together. So let's close our eyes, relax, and get ready to embark on an unforgettable journey that will fill our dreams with wonder and excitement. The Miracle in Istanbul. Once upon a time, when the fields were green and the fans were loud, there was a great match that captivated the land. On the shores of the Bosphorus in Istanbul, Turkey, at the Ataturk Stadium, two of the most historic teams met to battle for the Champions League title. AC Milan, the fabled Italian giants, met Liverpool Football Club, four-time winners of the European Cup. What would follow would be one of the most unexpected endings in all of soccer history. Have you ever found yourself in a situation that seemed dire and lost? Perhaps you became discouraged. Perhaps you turned to a friend or a family member for help. In this story, Liverpool, lost and discouraged, turned to the help of 30,000 friends, family, and one dancing goalkeeper. "Oh, you beauty, what a hit, son, what a hit!" Commentator Andy Gray exclaimed as Steven Gerrard buried an 86-minute goal against Olympiacos. Liverpool's journey to the final was long and arduous, nearly being eliminated by not only Olympiacos in the last group stage game, but also by Austrian side Grazer AK in qualifying and rival Chelsea FC in the semi-final. On the other hand, AC Milan's route was perhaps easier. Not having to qualify, they breezed through the group stage and didn't encounter any real opposition until the semi-final with PSV Eindhoven, where they advanced on the away goals advantage. Our match began with a resounding cheer, and within moments Milan swiftly took the lead. Andre Pirlo's delivery was precise and true, and Captain Paolo Maldini showed his might and experience, volleying a free kick. History was etched in stone. Maldini was the oldest goal scorer in the competition. Oh, what a sight it was indeed. Liverpool, determined not to let Milan run away with the game, took up the battle cry. In swift reply, John Arne Riis seized an opportunity presented by a corner kick from Captain Steven Gerrard. With precision and power, Riis struck a volley from the edge of the penalty box. Although his initial shot was clear, Gerrard recovered the ball and delivered a cross from the right wing. Sami Hyypiä rose above the Milan defense, directed a headed effort towards goal that forced a remarkable save for Milan's goalkeeper Dida. The match continued at a frantic pace, with both teams pushing for advantage. Milan's master of precision and flair showcased his playmaking abilities by threading a brilliant pass through to Andrei Shevchenko, who expertly finished with a shot past Liverpool goalkeeper Jerzy Dudek. The hearts of Liverpool dropped to new depths. However, a moment of light shone. Shevchenko's celebration was cut short as the lineman raised his flag, ruling him offside and disallowing the goal. It was still 1-0. Amidst the intense back and forth, Milan launched a swift counterattack. Liverpool caught off guard. Their defense struggled to react. Kaká, a maestro of the dribble, showcased his exceptional skill, surging into Liverpool's half. With accuracy and elegance, he delivered a perfect pass. Shevchenko seized the opportunity, spotting Hernan Crespo lurking at the far post. With composure and confidence, Crespo calmly slotted the ball past Jerzy Dudek. Milan's lead grew 2-0. The Rossoneri's dominance didn't stop there. Minutes later, Crespo showcased his clinical finishing once again. This time, Kaká turned provider, setting up Crespo with a well-placed pass. With composure and finesse, Crespo chipped the ball over the unrushing Dudek, sending the Milan fans into celebration. The scoreboard now read 3-0 in favor of the Italian Giants. As the first half drew to a close, Liverpool found themselves reeling from Milan's devastating display of attacking prowess. The halftime whistle provided a much-needed respite for the English side, giving them a chance to regroup and devise a plan to mount a comeback. Little did they know that the second half would be filled with drama and an unlikely set of events. As the teams regrouped in their respective locker rooms, their experience could not have been different. AC Milan, sure of their victory even before the match, now saw their confidence growing. At 3-0, victory was theirs. Liverpool, down and discouraged, attempted to find a way back with their leader, Rafael Benitez, pondering his next steps. Then, the locker rooms were suddenly united. A faint sound began to materialize. First, just a faint hum like a fly or a mosquito. Both teams could hear it, but what was it? Then, it got louder. The sound became clearer. Words began to form in the air. Walk on through the wind. Walk on through the rain. The words danced around the locker room as they continued. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. The 30,000 fans of Liverpool had not given up hope and were singing perhaps the loudest rendition of their anthem, You'll Never Walk Alone. Heard across the Bosphorus on 2 continents in Europe and Asia, the people had not given up hope. Nervousness, uncertainty entered the Milan locker room, where confidence and hope had nestled next to the Liverpool 11. The atmosphere inside the stadium was electric as the second half kicked off. Midfielder Dietmar Hamann was brought into the game by Liverpool in a tactical move by Rafael Benitez. The fans knew that their team would have to play differently if they wanted to turn the tide in their favor. Liverpool came close to breaking the deadlock early on when Xabi Alonso unleashed a thunderous strike from 35 yards out. The ball whizzed past Milan's goalkeeper Dida, but unfortunately it narrowly missed the target, grazing the right-hand post. It was a near miss that gave the Liverpool faithful hope and the Milan's fans something to think about. Just minutes later, Milan reminded everyone of their dominance as Andrei Shevchenko stepped up to take a powerful free kick from outside the Liverpool box. With a ferocious strike, he tested Liverpool's goalkeeper Jerzy Dudek, who made a crucial save to keep his team in the game. Then, in a series of moments that would go down in Champions League history, Liverpool found their way back into the game in just 6 magical minutes. Liverpool captain Steven Gerrard rose to the occasion. Responding to a cross from John Arne Riis, Gerrard, seemingly located miles from AC Milan's goal, connected with the ball perfectly, executing a graceful header that slowly sailed past Milan's goalkeeper Dida. Like a balloon slowly floating away on a summer day, the ball traveled for what felt like minutes. The stadium erupted in a chorus of cheers and applause as the captain's goal breathed new life into Liverpool's hopes. But Liverpool wasn't finished just yet. Inspired by Gerrard's leadership, it was time for his teammates to take up his call. Vladimir Smicer, the Czech midfielder, received the ball at the top of the box and struck it. Like a comet blazing through the starlit sky, the ball soared, defying gravity oh so high. Helpless was Dida, the protector of Milan's goal. A moment of sublime beauty, joy, and energy. Liverpool now but a solitary goal behind. Gerrard and Smicer had ignited a flame of hope that no odds or soccer experts could bind. The intensity continued to rise as Liverpool pressed forward relentlessly in their pursuit of an equalizer. Milan's Gennaro Gattuso fouled Gerrard inside the box, leading to a penalty for Liverpool. Alonso stepped up to take the spot kick, but his initial shot was saved by Dida. However, the Liverpool midfielder was determined not to be denied, and he pounced on the rebound, driving the ball into the back of the net. An eruption of joy engulfed the stadium as Liverpool drew level, defying the odds and reigniting their hopes of lifting the Champions League trophy. It was now 3-3. Both teams had the opportunity to take the lead as the game entered its final stages. Milan's Clarence Seedorf and Liverpool's John Arne Riis came close but failed to find the back of the net. In the 70th minute, Milan nearly broke the deadlock when Shevchenko latched onto a low cross, but his effort was heroically cleared off the line by Liverpool's Jimmy Traore. Gerrard, eager to make his mark on the match, had another chance to score but sent his shot sailing over the crossbar. Moments later, a momentary lapse in the concentration from Liverpool's Luis Garcia led to a Milan counterattack. Hernan Crespo played the ball back to Kaká, whose shot was valiantly blocked by Liverpool's Jamie Carragher, preserving the score. As the minutes ticked away, both teams made strategic substitutions to inject fresh energy into their lineups. Liverpool replaced Baros with Cisse, while Milan introduced John Dahl Tomasson and Serginho, replacing goal scorer Crespo and Seedorf respectively. The tension was palpable as the match hurtled towards the climax. Milan had one final opportunity to snatch victory in regulation time when the Brazilian starlet Kaká attempted to direct Jaap Stam's header toward the goal. However, luck eluded them as the ball sailed wide. With the scores level, the final whistle blew, signaling that the match would go into extra time, an intense and decisive period that had become synonymous with the drama of the UEFA Champions League. And so, with the stage set, both teams took a breath, knowing that the next chapter would put them to the test. The crowd, brimming with anticipation, prepared for the fight. Liverpool kicked off the first half of extra time, both teams fighting, their spirits high. Pirlo had a chance, but his shot went over the crossbar and into the sky. Liverpool had the early exchanges, with corners won, but couldn't convert, the net left untouched. Milan made their final substitution, a strategic play, ferocious Gattuso off, Rui Costa on. They hoped for a better way. In the second half, a chance of gold, Andrei Shevchenko's shot, a story to be told on its own. From just a few yards out, a cross came in. Shevchenko's header, Jusha Dudek was able to save. The ball rebounded back though. Shevchenko shot again, but Dudek had bounced back. A miraculous save by the Polish keeper. With the save in mind, no team going ahead, the referee then signaled extra time was over and penalties to decide. Both had triumphed in shootouts before. The drama of penalties was familiar to both. Milan took the first penalty, a chance to take the lead, but Serginho's shot soared, his aim impeded by Jusha Dudek. Like Liverpool's legend Bruce Gobliar of years gone by, with spaghetti legs, the dancing antics made Milan go a little bit wild. Coman stepped up for Liverpool's first. Broken toe and all, his aim was true. He found the net, giving Liverpool the advantage, 1-0 up, their spirits rising as well. Pirlo, the maestro, sought to even the score, but Dudek with a dive made a low save to his right, a moment of glory, denying Milan's hopes. The dancing goalie. Cisse followed suit. Confidently he stood, his penalty struck, and Liverpool's chances grew. Tomasson answered with a goal of his own. Milan's hopes now revived. Penalties were 2-1 in Liverpool's favor, and that's where the game stood. John Arne Riis stepped up, but now focused Dida had his say, a save that kept Milan alive on this faithful day. Kaká composed and calm, his penalty true. The scores were leveled, The intensity grew. Vladimir Smicer was next. He found the net, putting victory close at hand. Shevchenko, the hero of Milan's past, had to find the debt. But Dudek, wiggling and dancing yet again, stood tall. Shevchenko shot, the ball flew, and the dancing pole dove to the right. Yet his left hand made the save. The shot blocked. The crowd erupted with a roar. Liverpool emerged victorious. The memories created forever etched in time. A match for the ages. Liverpool, the champions, triumphant they stood, not quite believing the comeback they made. The 30,000 stood proud and sang when the captain Gerard lifted the crown. Old Big Ears the trophy up into the sky. Dear friend, when feeling discouraged or lost, remember the heroes from the night in Milan. They never gave up. They believed in each other. And when the going got tough, they just kept moving. Dream of not just the win, but the 30,000 who made Liverpool believe. Sleep well, friend, and dream big.